My 2018 RXT-X 300 Sea-Doo. I wanted to do a quick review. I know there's not much information when it comes to these watercraft. It's fairly new and not a lot of people have their hands on them yet. So definitely I have 10 hours on the ski right now, 9-10 hours. It has 11 hours actually, and I came from a Yamaha jet ski, and I gotta admit that Sea-Doo actually did their homework on this watercraft. It's very nice, has very nice features, and I do have a few complaints about it, but never anything is gonna be perfect. I love the deep hull that they have. Definitely I feel a lot more stability when it comes to the watercraft. There is one thing that I don't like about it. I don't know if it's because of this or why it happens, but I've been on the Wave Runner about 5-6 times already, and I noticed when I cruise about 30 miles per hour, I noticed that the watercraft kind of, instead of being steady, it's in an angle. Unless if I accelerate, then it'll straighten out eventually. But that angle, it could be a little bit annoying. I went this weekend with riding with 3 people on the watercraft, and I gotta admit, I done that with my other watercraft, and this one is 10 times a lot more stable, and it definitely gives me the confidence of riding 3 people without a problem. The things that I don't like about Sea-Doo is that, at least on this watercraft, everything is pretty much kind of an accessory. I don't know if you guys seen on my other videos, but I have here this is the link system that they call it, and I don't know if you've seen in my other videos that I have a little fuel caddy. By the way, I tried to use it last weekend, and I had a pretty hard time trying to use it because I didn't know how to actually get the fuel on there. There's a trick on the nozzle. You have to turn, and then you got to push and all that. So if you guys are interested, you could let me know, and I'll definitely do a review on the Caddy itself, because that gave me a pretty hard time. Obviously, I have these GoPro mounts here because if you guys see my videos, I actually like to do kind of like movies, like adventure movies of the trips that we go out. And I have another one mounted here. This one thing that I wanted on it, I'm always used to the ladder. I don't know why, but these Sea-Doo's RXT-X, at least not this one, they don't come with these ladder. They were $249 on Amazon, and it was very easy to install. The only thing that you had to do is pretty much, it already comes with this mount here on the watercraft, and it came with this bracket here and these screws that you just plug it in here and just put the screw across, and then tighten it up here with the nut on the other side. It was pretty easy. I didn't have any trouble doing that whatsoever. The seats, they're very easy to take off. I love riding without the seats. Just hit this tab here. It says push, and this one here, and it pretty much just comes off. It's pretty easy. The music system, I got this one with the music system. It's fantastic. I love it. I used to on my Yamaha Wave Runner, I used to have one of the UE speakers, and I used to put it on the cup holder that I used to have a Yamaha FX, and it has here like in the front where you can put like a bottle or water or something. So I used to place the UE speaker on there, and it'll mount on perfect so it won't fall off. On this one, obviously I don't have that feature, so but I do have the feature that I love that Sea-Doo came out this year, and it has this 50-watt speaker, a total of 100, and it's definitely a great sound. I find myself, if you go on full throttle, it is a little hard to hear at 70 miles per hour, but you could cruise 45 miles per hour without a problem and still listen to music. it will definitely give you that nice beep bump sound that you want to hear too. I did push the trailer a little bit back, if you notice, because I don't know why, but every time I buy a trailer, I always have a hard time trying to move it and stuff. If you see here where the other mark was, I pushed it about almost say like 8 inches front, and this is a very big help, and it didn't pop up that much, to be honest, but that does make a big difference when you're trying to move it or whatever. And I did upgraded the wheels to the big fatter tires. I do some adventures, and I go on long road trips, so definitely this gives me a lot more confidence to take the ski on a long trip. Definitely is a lot nicer. I love here, like I don't know if you guys know, like the RXP, it has this shield here, but it's more like pronounced on the outside. I noticed when I was washing it that here I've noticed the water, when the nose goes in, the water comes right around here into the swell, and then it comes here, which it comes out at the bottom here where you see this water here. It pretty much comes out through here, but you don't get wet whatsoever. And I've noticed, the worst I've seen it yet, it was about I'll say like 2.5 foot chops. And to be honest, unless if you want to get wet, you're not going to get wet. It's a very nice ride. Another thing I noticed here on my other Yamaha watercraft, this here, on this one at least, the water comes out through the side whenever you're going like 5 to 6 knots. On the Yamaha, since this was a little bit more rounded, I did notice that it would kind of like push the water like forward, and I just like how this one just comes here and throws on the side. It's kind of more like, it feels a little bit more like a boat, to be honest, on that one. I love the mirrors on it. It's not the biggest, but I find it to do the job. Definitely is a great feature. No complaints on that. The book said it unlocked at 5 hours. Honestly, around like 3.5, 4 hours, I was kind of already feeling that it was giving the full power. I did notice a little bit difference when it hit the 5 hours, but pretty much around like 4 hours, 3.5, you kind of already start feeling like the power that it comes with. And around 7 hours, I don't know if it's my idea, but I did feel that it gave it I don't know, maybe it was just the way I was riding that day, but it did feel a little bit more aggressive when you put it on sport mode. Definitely this thing, it's a beast when you switch it to sports mode. I love the brake system that it comes with. It's a very handy feature that it comes, and I just love how the water comes all the way up. It's very different from other watercrafts, and it looks very nice on the water. Here you have on the center, I have here for like a little rope and the whistle and all that, but here, as you guys seen on other videos, or if you have, you can put here the soft padding so you can put your phone on there. I already messed up 2 iPhones on my other watercraft because I didn't have one of these. So definitely this is a very nice feature that it comes with. This one does not come with the auxiliary, the USB cable plug-in to charge your device. I did find out that it's the one that comes, the limited models is the one that comes with that feature. The storage on this is fantastic. I think it has these 2 levers here, this one and this one. Actually, this one's already pressed because I guess I didn't close it right the last time. So in this case, just pull this one, and this comes right up. Now if you guys notice here, you're gonna see the fire extinguisher here, and then this is like for a first aid kit. It's kind of wet now because I just went through a storm driving back from my road trip. But if you see here, this I bought the storage bag off Amazon. It was like 60 bucks or something like that. Definitely is 100% worth it. I love how you put all your items in here, and then you just pull this string here. And then with this one, you just push it forward, and then pretty much everything stays in there. Nothing is jumping around. And if you have to like take this with you or whatever, it's very easy. Just push it, pull it up, and these tabs, those tabs there, they'll just come right off easily, as you see there. And when you're moving and you're jumping waves or whatever, since this is actually, this here is pushed down to this, it kind of doesn't fall out, so it's pretty secure when it comes to that. I do have the other storage that comes here, the smaller one. Unfortunately, when they shipped it to me, they didn't ship it with the screws. It comes with some small screws, as you see here. So I'm waiting for them to ship out those to me. The gas tank is here. Here's where you open to put your fuel, and of course it has here just in case you get some overfills, you know, so it can pretty much drain to the port. I have seen some reviews of people that supposedly the gas, it gets stuck around here and it kind of messes up the paint. I haven't had any issues with that, but then again, you know, I'm very careful when it comes to fuel and stuff like that, because fuels, they definitely damage a lot of things. This is here where those tabs that I showed you to open the storage, here's where it locks. So just give it a quick push, and then it just locks in. The cruise control on this, I find it to use it all the time. The cruise control is very handy. It's phenomenal. That way, if you're jumping waves or not jumping waves, but if it's kind of choppy, you just hold the leverage all the way down, and then you just set your speed here, up or down, or wherever it is you want, and it'll tell you on the screen what is it set to, and then you can just cruise to a nice little ride, especially if you have two people in the back like I did the other day. This is to turn it on, the sport mode. It already turns on in touring mode. Here you have the sport mode and you have the eco mode, and then this is here to graduate the trim. So if you tap it twice, you'll notice that it will automatically take it all the way to the bottom, and you tap it up twice to the top, it'll take it all the way fast to the top. So if you want to kind of like adjust it without making it go to the extreme, you'll just tap it, give it a second, tap it again, give it a second, and then that should do. Definitely this thing will get on inside the water if you wanted to. It could get very aggressive, and it definitely could give I don't know, I call it the horse hop. That's what me and my fiance call it. But what it does is actually that it jumps out of the water, it falls back, and then it jumps, it hops like that, like 3 or 4 times, and that's only when it's in sport mode, obviously. And that is a pretty fun little ride that you could do. I had somebody load the other day from here from the side. It did feel very stable. I didn't have any troubles with it whatsoever. And then every once in a while, to scare my fiance, I grabbed this, I tucked this here, and I put my feet on here, and pretty much my whole body weight leans towards the outer side. You know, just to show her that it will not flip over easily, at least. I tried to flip it over, and there's no way. This thing is pretty stable. I haven't had any issues with it so far. I know I've seen people supposedly have said they have some crackings in the hull and stuff like that, you know, like somewhere like this, but I haven't seen any of that so far, and I'm keeping track of it. I have sand docked it a few times, you know, when we go on the beach. I can see minor scuffs here, but It's not a big deal, and obviously that's gonna be somewhere in tear in the future as well. But I try to take care of it the most as I can. But there's some things that you're not gonna be able to take care of when it comes to the bottom and stuff like that. Pretty impressed with it. Please check out the next video that I'm gonna be shooting out. It's gonna be the ride where I'm from Miami, so I took it to Tampa, and we went out to San Pete and Clearwater and all that. It was a pretty far ride, and it's already this watercraft's already been to Naples as well, and obviously Miami Beach. But it's a great fun ride. I found it to be very, very reliable. I haven't had any issue whatsoever. One thing that I don't know if any of you guys have any watercraft like this, and no, for some reason, if you're going on 5-6 knots, I have noticed that, you know, you get some smoke that comes out of here, which I don't know if that's normal from factory, but definitely the people that are at least the third seater that's right in the back, they can smell it, and it can be a little irritating to them. Other than that, it's a pretty good ride, man. You guys let me know if you want me to do the review on the fuel caddy. The fuel can is this thing pissed me off because I was running low on fuel the other day, and I wanted to do a quick refill, and there's no way I could get the fuel on there. It was a pain in the butt. So, all right, guys, I'll see you next time.